What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about something that's been on my mind for quite some time that I just have never really made a video about, but that I think is an important thing to be talking about right now in this game. And it's, that the middle, I'm going to say this, don't take my words too serious, but like the middle class of the 2K spenders is out the way. It's out the window, right? Like, there is no more spend a little bit of money on this game and you're okay. There's no more of that because there's no real reward to spending, $50 a week. And I say that's middle class. That is a lot of money a week on the game. But I would say in 2K's terms, that's the quote unquote middle class. This game is either for people that spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars weekly, or for people that are no money spent, pro pass spent, basically. So like, people that spend money on the Pro Pass, no money spent, their game is good. People that, spend, people that spend a ton of money on the game is good. But for the people that used to spend $100 on the game weekly, that used to get you, the best unsellable player in the game, it's no longer for you. And it has everything to do with these events. These events have changed the game immensely. And I've got to say, from 2K's, and again, I hate giving compliments like this, but whoever came up with these ideas on 2K's side is a genius. Because 2K is making so much more money right now than they have in past couple of years. And I don't even want to admit this, but it's the truth. 2K is making so much more money with these events than they have before the events. And again, why, how, I don't necessarily know, but I do know how. Because the whales are supplying 2K. The whales of this game are the reason 2K is doing their thing. Let me put things in perspective for you guys, okay? If somebody has Nikola Jokic, they probably spent over $600 on the game. I'm just going to say $1,000 on the game. Somebody would have to, as a community, we would need 20 people to spend $50 on the old, basically you used to be able to buy Invincibles for $50 in the game. We would need 20 people to do that to make up for the one person that got Jokic. They can't do that, guys. Like, 2K is going after the whales this year in as big a way as they have ever have. And I gotta say, from 2K's perspective, it's working. It is absolutely working. But also, this game is fine for no money spent people as well. Because what 2K is doing is, there's not a ton of rewards for playing the game. There's not, right? They basically made it a pack-only game and I guess Sunday rewards, stuff like that. 2K has given us good level 40s. Good Pro Pass rewards. They have. And honestly, say what you want, but with these events, and they don't want people to be making MT, but with these events, it's easy to be no money spent. Donovan Klingen's good. Even a guy like Matt Bonner is okay. You can exchange for legend badges. You can get MT. These events is genius. Now, what does this cut out? It cuts out the people that were spending $50 to $100 weekly on this game. Because guess what? If you spend $50 to $100 weekly on this game, you can no longer get the best cards in the game. You can't. You can maybe get 100 overall or two. That's going to be it. But you can no longer get these top Invincibles in the game either. They cut those. They cut that part out, right? They don't care about our $50 or $100. Honestly, they don't even care about people that buy the Pro Pass. 2K, I'm telling you right now, they don't care. Like, whether we buy the Pro Pass or not, 2K does not care. What they care about is the people that buy, just load up 700,000 VC. Boom, boom, boom. Time and time and time and time again. Because of these events. Because they want the new Invincibles. And like I said, people that spend $50 to $100, they can't get Invincible Giannis. They can't get Invincible Braun. They can't get Invincible Wemby. Those are the big ballers that are getting those guys. And again, just a couple of years ago, even when the player market was in the game, that's not what was going on. Even when the player market was in the game, you would spend, max $50 to $100 a week, basically, and you'd be able to get the best cards in the game. I remember there was a set, basically, you could lock in sets for $50. You got Wemby along the way, and I think the ultimate lock-in was Kobe. Like, we went from that to this. Now, I will say this. from my perspective, I bought the Pro Pass Hall of Fame Pass. That's the only VC that I've bought so far on this game, right? There's no real big tournaments. There's starting to be more and more tournaments now, but that's really it. So from my perspective, I spent more money a year ago on the game than I have this year. Now, there's a variety of reasons for that, but the big reason is I had to decide, do I want to go all in, or do I want to, take the no money spent Pro Pass approach? Because again, there is no middle ground. I don't care what people say. There is no more middle ground. The middle ground is, you can get a couple of hundred overalls or two. But at the end of the day, you can be no money spent and get a really good team. You just can't get the top level dogs. And that's the big difference. You used to be able to get the top level dogs for a couple, $100, a couple hundred a month. Now, to get the top dogs, and I'm not exaggerating, you're needing thousands a month. I went, one of the best accounts, spent $5,000 in 1 month to get KD, to get, all the 100 overalls, like the Melos of the world, right? That was a while ago, but they had spent $5,000 in 1 month. That's who 2K is after this year, right? And so 2K no longer cares about people that spend, the occasional dollar. They don't care, because the whales are the ones that 2K is making their money off of. And trust me when I tell you guys, 2K is making a ridiculous amount of more money right now than they have in the past. The whole argument of, 2K is not making as much money because there's not as many people opening packs. There's not as many as far as like, a few years ago, you used to see like when you could buy players for $50, you used to see those players so often, right? You don't see the top guys that often, like an Invincible Jokic. You see him, but not that often. There is no more being a middle ground type of player, right? And again, you could be no money spent. Watch my no money spent squad series and work your way to a really good squad. But I'm not going to be able to ever get an Invincible. Same thing on this account. Even if I was in the middle ground, I'm not going to be able to get these type of cards. I can get these cards. Being in the middle ground, you can get these cards. But at the end of the day, people either want to be no money spent and have fun on the game or want the best cards. And again, that middle ground is cut out. So what I would encourage you guys to do moving forward is find a way to be either no money spent or Pro Pass spent on this game. And have fun doing it. You can get Paul George heading into next season. You can build around Paul George by grinding level 40 and grinding some of your game modes. Like in Showdown, it's not the most rewarding, but you can get 25,000 MT super easy weekly, playing King of the Court if you want to. That's what I would encourage you guys to do, because I think that is way more fun than trying to swipe your credit card enough and keeping up with having the best team in the game. It's not realistic. I'm playing in tournaments, right? I'm trying to compete at the very highest level. And even for me, it's not realistic to spend as much as I need to have the best teammates in the game. It's just not. I wish it was. I wish, we could go back and have it the way we used to have it. But that is no longer the case. And I'll even say this. Even in the MT buying era, it was doable. It was doable way more than it is now to have the best team in the game. Yes, you'd have to spend a lot of money on the game. But what we're seeing right now, to have the best team in the game, it's an unfathomable amount of money. Like, it really is. So I would encourage you guys, don't get sucked into to what 2K is wanting. Again, 2K is going to get their whales, right? They are. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. Like, if you're a whale, that's fine. I'm emphasizing that 2K is making their money. And whoever came up with these event ideas that were supposed to be for the community, they're for 2K. Don't get these events twisted, guys. They're not for us. They're for them. And whoever came up with this on 2K's side is a genius. That's all I'm going to say. So, again, for me, I'm going to still try to be, Pro Pass spent, maybe even half pass. If I spend $20 in the game, whatever. But there's a big difference between spending $20 and $2,000. And that's the whole thing I'm getting at here. 2K is making their money from the whales, and they're not worried about me or you guys. They're not. They're worried about the whales. The people that got Jokic. The people that got KD. That's who 2K is worried about. That's going to be it for me in my video. I'd encourage you guys, try to have fun with the game. And honestly, I would have a lot more fun if they, made the game modes like worth it. Like put good breakout rewards, put good showdown rewards. But that's just ultimately not what we've seen. That is going to wrap it up for our video. drop a like on it. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.